Hey there, so in this video, I'm going to make a very quick video on how you can do a ping sweep or an ARP sweep. And now the issue I had earlier is because that I was trying to find a device that was attached to my network, so I plugged in my Raspberry Pi and I couldn't find it. And apparently it has to be cached into the ARPs table, which means it has to find it first and then you'll find. So if you type in ARP dash A, that means find look at everything off, your device may not necessarily be found here, which means that you have to do either a ping sweep or an ARP sweep of your network in order for the IP address to show up here. So let me show you how to do that. So this is I'm on Windows right now. So I'm gonna do this on Windows first, and I'm gonna do it on Linux. So the command I am going to show you is this. Here we go. And all this really is just a for loop. So I'm using a for loop here. I'm using the variable I, and this is CML on Windows. I guess if you're using PowerShell, the command might differ, but I'm using CML. And it says here for the variable I, and I want to scan between 1 to 255. And it says do, and you have to use this @ symbol at arp dash a. That means all, and then you put an IP address here dot and then the variable. So this variable will change, and I have a pipe here, and the pipe here says that give me everything back except for anything that says no. So if it says no, it's not going to return anything back. Okay, let me show you how to do it. So I'm going to hit enter, and here we go, and I was returning all these addresses back. So it's actually scanning through everything, and it's showing that they have an address here, something here, 15 there, 51 here, so a whole bunch of them. And if you want, what you could do is you can pipe it into a text document. Let's say addresses, and then you can have it like add addresses and then .txt, and then it'll pipe it into this text document, and then you can have all the addresses there on hand. Okay, that's for a ARP sweep. Let me show you for a ping sweep. I'm gonna clear the screen. So the ping sweep is similar. You're also using a for loop. As you can tell here, for I and these numbers. So this is the variable here, and then it's from 1 to 255. Do as at ping, right? And then you put their ping parameters here. I forgot what these parameters are. I think it says ping once, and then you put your address here, and then the variable changes. And I'm outputting the output is going to, like, basically I'm sticking the output is going to null, which means that it's just going nowhere. It's going to trash. But I want to record the IP address, so I'm doing here echo, means like just show up on the screen echo, and it echoes the IP address. Say IP, that number is up, and I have the variable there. Again, you have to use the double quotes because apparently the double quotes are single quotes won't work. So let's get to it. Let's show you how this works. And then when I press enter, it's actually scanning. If you look at the top here, the number is actually changing. This is a lot slower than the ARP sweep, but it works. So this is a ping sweep. Now let me show you this on Linux. Okay, so let's go to my Linux here. I'm using a Raspberry Pi, so I'm going to connect to via PuTTY. And here is PuTTY. Okay there, so the first thing you may want to do is clear the ARPs table. It's clearing the ARPs table in Windows is different than clearing the ARPs table in Kali. So in Windows, you would clear the ARPs. This is my Windows right now. You want to clear the ARPs table, you type in ARP-D, ARP-D, and then star for all, and then you hit enter, and it will clear all the ARPs table. However, in Linux, it's a little bit more complicated. The command I found that worked. Or you can Google it. This is the command I found that will flush it all, and don't forget the sudo part. You need the sudo part, and this will flush out all the ARPs table. So you should start with a clean slate. Okay, so I'm gonna type in ARP-A, and then here's the ARPs table, and it's similar to the previous one. You want to do a sweep of the entire network for addresses. So let me show you. So this command is here. Again, you're using a for loop, and I'm going to say do, and I have these brackets. This is just optional. So I want to do an ARP sweep, so I'm just going to delete all of this. So do the ARP, and then here, this is your network address, and then $I is your variable, so that will be changing between these numbers, 254. And then over here, I'm going to grep it, which means I'm looking for something. I'm going to use the -V option. and means I want everything except for anything that says no. And then when you hit enter, it's yeah. I think it's no. I think it's still going, but this might take its. Oh, actually, it's finished. And if you type in ARP, then it should show this is what's on my network. Um, yeah, and it's similar for a ping sweep. I believe it is for ping sweep. Let me just clear this. Oops, clear for a ping sweep. And I have here -1. C1 means just only do one ping. And I guess I'm grepping it from, so I just want from. And once I hit enter, it does literally a ping sweep. A ping sweep for Linux might actually be better than the ARP sweep, because I notice I get more hits from the ping sweep. That shouldn't be. So I gotta still play around with it, but you get the idea. You're using a for loop and you're going through the entire network address, and that's basically that's how it's done. Like I said, it's cached. Like your findings are cached into the ARPS table, and so it should be there. So if you have a new device just plugged into the network, it won't find it right away, and it's best to do a ping sweep or an ARP sweep so it finds all the devices on your network. Okay, that's it.